I was just making sure. Are we live? Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
My mic's not too loud, right? Is this all right? Okay. Really digging the temperature in here now. It's a lot
Digging
more
this
tolerable.
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. All these people with swamp ass in one room.
That's what you really miss about live shows. Just the collective body heat.
The
Yes.
funk.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, I used to go to anime convention raves.
Wait, they have anime convention raves?
Well,
They
yeah,
did.
yeah, and they're fun. But yeah,
My question was to be, you actually went to the raves?
yeah, I had my gas mask and everything. I was sad, man.
Nice. My friends and I in our high school days used to go to LA for
Okay.
Anime Expo every year. And every year that rave was on there. We're like,
It feels like a place that furries would go to.
there's a lot of crossover
Yeah.
in that Venn diagram. So, yeah. I mean, you put on a furry costume and you put on a ninja band, and all of a sudden you're from something. Just guaranteed.
Yeah.
My brother went one year because he was bored. He just got back from Iraq. And literally, all he did is he took a kimono and brought his lightsaber. It's from nothing, but he was just like, I'm in the spirit.
What color is his lightsaber?
Red, because of course. Well, I say it because of course, like, you know my brother, but just take my
Naturally.
word for it.
Like, how dare you ask such a silly question?
You should know this.
Also, thank you to you two for being here live in person. Haven't done this in front of people
Yes.
in a long time.
Make sure you laugh really loud and really hard.
Hopefully, I
even if
make
don't
you
think it's
laugh.
Okay, so Brian, from this angle with your hair back, you kind of look like Ron Jeremy a little bit, I'm gonna be honest. I like how Steven's leaning away as I say that. It could be.
Willie Listen is what you make it.
Willie Listen? Probably not. It sounds like Mumford and Sons.
Back on the street.
I always like that name, Mumford.
I swear, you have to put all this music on like a Spotify list so that we can. It is? Oh, hell yes. I have to go subscribe to that immediately.
So many times it
Hell
happens
yeah.
too fast. You change your passion.
Live all these great memories on stage.
Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the cream of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all through the eye. Love the tiger. Face to face, out in the heat, hanging tough, staying hungry. They stack the odds till we take to the street, for we kill with the skill to survive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the cream of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night. tiger.
Welcome to, well, the actual Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for Willie Listen. Please welcome to your screen, Willie Listen.
Actual applause. Holy shit.
Copyright disclaimer. Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. You guys are like, what's happening? Y'all know if I should explain to you guys beforehand, I guess. Guess you have to see how we do it on this show. Not a happenstance, or maybe accidents. The kind of flow that locks you in like fixident. We're just hoping you decide to stay as tent and pitch a tent. So go ahead and take a second to try your best not to get too hectic. Just like Nicole when she's quick cut pressing. Arts and crafts, you can get the betting that you're gonna lesson, that you're gonna get a verbal blessing from all the rhymes and sounds that we're fetching. And we're never stressing about the stuff you tried to write like last night. No need for any second guessing, because it's clear that our effervescence, this was gonna get us to the present. And if that's the notion you're gonna second, then this the type of person that you wanna beckon. Yeah, so turn up to 11, like your name is Devin, and you got like 7 seconds on your day, I reckon. Or you just ingested the score to the Jetsons, the movie. Music behooves me, like white folks love smoothies. Jesse keeps proving that what he is doing is just improving. He's building and screwing, ambitions tall as 2 Ewings, and that is soothing. To know what he's doing is for the ones that are computing, and the brooding, as well as stab groupies. Oh, and the Goonies, the Sloths, and the baby Ruthies. Here, let me tell you the truth, G. Willie Listen #1 in the neighborhood when it comes to rapping good. Not great, but look, mate, this is what gets dealt on your plate. I try to cut it up and lay it out easy. Piece it across the board, charcuterie. We got a great show today, but I think my homie's got something to say. So as I lead into my friend, she's got bars to spit. So you better hold your hats, cause my partner in crime's about to ensnare and trap into her clutches. She's the pint-sized duchess. And getting on her bad side is a definite must. Like that.
You walk in the room with your guns all blazing. You just got schooled by a 5-foot Asian. We're here on the stage and we're bringing to you a show called Willie Listen, and it's really kind of... Okay, I'm gonna start over because I didn't realize he was changing the music.
I got you. There it is. Okay. Oh.
Okay, thank you. You walk in the room with your guns all blazing. You just got schooled by a 5-foot Asian. We're here on the stage and we're bringing to you show Willie Listen, and it's really kind of cool. We got Dustin White from the Dregs of Craze. We got Ashley Monique with the really long text, which is about to start. You know what to do. It's Nicole and Willie with It Takes Two.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, man.
Thank you.
That's great.
Other than the false start, that went better than I expected.
No, that was really good, dude. That was
Thank
awesome.
you.
You got bars, son.
Just 8 of them, that's it.
Hey, that was enough. This is Willie Listen, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being here in person. This is great, man. We got Ashley Monique here. We have Dustin White. And of course, my sidekick, Nicole. We're all here. We got Jesse in the background doing what needs to be done. And we are live at Stab.
Woo.
Stab 1710.
Broadway, Sacramento. Also, twitch.tv/stabcomedy.
Yeah, she knows things and I don't.
I'm also sober, unfortunately.
Aha. Well, what we do here on Willie Listen is we have a theme based, or each show we have a theme, and our guests, we all just put together a playlist based off the theme. It doesn't have to be literal. It can be whatever the hell you want it to be.
And the theme is It Takes Two, so it's duets, group songs, remix, I guess. I don't know. People got creative.
Or not. It's your choice. You got choices here on Willie Listen. We're just going to start it off because what better way to start than to do just that? Start.
It sure ain't me rapping, that's for sure.
You killed it, girl.
Thank you.
Baba yetu yetu liye mbinguni yetu yetu amina Baba yetu yetu liye jina lako litukuzwe Baba yetu yetu liye mbinguni yetu yetu amina Baba yetu.
Is this from The Lion King?
It's got that feel to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was like Lion King on Broadway. Is it Inya? Just Inya?
I feel like I should have my crystals.
No, it's really nice.
Is this your pick?
No,
Oh.
It's mine.
whose pick is this?
It's my pick.
Oh, what's going on here, man?
That's Baba Yetu, if I pronounced that correctly. And that's performed by the Soweto Gospel Choir and the the Royal Philharmonic. I can speak. Yeah, actually, it's so this song's pretty interesting. It's the title theme from a video game from Civilization 4. And the guy who wrote it released an album, put that on there, and it ended up winning a Grammy.
Wow.
It's like the first video game song to actually win a Grammy. And I mean, I just think it's probably the classiest song I brought today. Because it's just like it's so you got the choir, the song's in Swahili, so the Lion King stuff is not too far off in terms of sound, but that mixed in with like the Philharmonic, just like those two coming together, it's just really pretty.
It was.
Yeah.
No, that is nice. I've never played a Civ game. Are you like a big fan of those?
Yeah, I like them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, big fan, but like I play them. They're pretty good. They're big time sink though, so
Yeah.
you got to be like, I have nothing to do today. I'm gonna sit down at like 8 a.m. and then I'll be done at 5 p.m. with like one game.
Oh, jeez.
they're pretty time intensive. Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried. I can't micromanage. I think that's my problem because there's like a lot of micromanage going on, and
There is. Yeah. It's
Civ
one.
games.
It's one of those like real time strategy
Yeah.
type games. For anyone who doesn't know, so it's like you got to go in and manage all your different cities, and if you have any like little unit guys, you got to manage all that stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, the further it goes on, the longer a turn takes. And it's all based on like world civilizations and stuff. So you have an entire planet of all these civilizations that are all taking their turns. And like, so you're sitting there like, cool, it's been like 30 minutes and it's now my turn again.
Right.
I want to make a sandwich before my next turn comes up.
Well, see, what's crazy is that, okay, like that, like may sound like not boring to me, but like I'm also into like Japanese role-playing games, so I'm probably waiting, if not longer.
Hey, it's similar.
Just as long.
Similar vibes. It just depends on how relaxed you're feeling that day.
Exactly. Weed.
We were all thinking it.
It had to be said.
Okay, So I have two examples of group songs. One that works, one that doesn't, and this one doesn't work, and you're gonna know exactly when it hits. Because now it's like, okay, cool. It's like Chris Willis and Fergie, like they can carry it. It's David Guetta, but wait for it, it's about to get real bad real fast.
Bring it back.
And just like this, LMFAO fucks it all up.
Oh,
What do you mean? They're still hip?
Did they break up?
I hope so.
When is this? This is like early 2010s. It's gotta be. This is like Venetian shade era.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I have a really complicated hate for them.
Why is it complicated?
Because you heard Party Rockin'.
I had to learn a dance to that to my friend's wedding.
Right, what are you going to
further
do?
explanation, just like,
Yeah.
that's it.
You heard Party
It was bad
Rockin'.
enough they had to apologize.
I don't know. There's a special place in my heart for Party Rock Anthem.
Well, see, like that's the thing. It's like you have to hate it, and it's so. It's there and it's everywhere and it's always been and it always will be and it sucks so much.
And I just want to say, Robert Copsey of Digital Spy agreed with me. He gave the song 3 out of 5 stars, saying, despite the song's pounding beats and jaggedy acts, LMFAO ruins the breakdown, proving that too many cooks can spoil an otherwise tasty electro-housey broth.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I agree.
Housey broth.
It also was horsey broth for a minute. I wonder how horsey broth would
The
taste.
good stuff.
You know, someone did it in the Wild West. They had to do something with the horses when they were dead.
What are you going to do? It's horse hoof.
Horsey broth is just like the first step of making glue.
It's a process.
Ooh. I feel like Ashley picked this.
I did.
Oh.
I like the harp action.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a cold intro.
Freshman year of high school. Remember the video? That was actually a pretty good video.
Yeah, and actually they're watching like Jerry Springer in the beginning, which is what inspired the song. Yeah, this song is a pretty iconic duo to me. Like the first thing when I think duet is "The Boy Is Mine," Brandy and Monica, which was also supposed to be kind of a gender flip version of "The Girl Is Mine," another iconic duet, Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson. And actually, Brandy and Monica were kind of coming up at the same time, and the media was trying to pit them against each other. And so Brandy reached out to Monica and was like, hey, why don't we do a duet to kind of like try to bury those rumors? But then they did a duet about romantic rivalry, so it only made it worse. Yeah, that wasn't a great idea. It didn't shake out too well, but the song is straight fire. And it was record of the year in 1998, and it was, I think, the best-selling song of that year when it was released.
It was huge. Like, I remember, like, dudes and... Because that was in 98, you said?
Yeah, 98.
So I was probably, like, 7th or 8th grade, and boys were singing it. They were like, oh, the boy is mine. But no, that was a great song, though.
Yeah.
What the guy in the video, I think he was like it's like a well-known model. You remember the video?
That's Mecky Pfeiffer.
Oh.
Yeah,
From
right. He's an actor too.
He's
right?
an actor. Yeah. He's been in like didn't he play like Othello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
And like that, and I think it's called O. It's like an adaptation. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I haven't thought about that in a while.
Yeah.
Did you say Pfeiffer? Like
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer?
It's
Or not
spelled
really?
differently, but
Oh, okay.
I'm
I was
not
like,
sure if
I
I'm
learned
saying his
something.
name right, but it's Pfeiffer. So that's what I guessed was Pfeiffer.
My Kai Pfeiffer from Paid in Full, y'all.
Maybe he'll hit us up if we pronounced it wrong. Who knows?
And like at the very last shot, like 2 seconds at the end of the music video, he shows up to the door and Brandy opens it. And then she opens it further and it's Monica. And then they slam the door in his face. But like that's the energy I want for like the whole song, not just the last 2 seconds. If this were in 2021, like this would just be a song about them getting together.
Yeah. Neither of us want him.
Yeah, no, fuck that dude.
Get out.
Odd way to end a song after you spent like 3 minutes talking about how each of them want it for themselves.
Yeah. And then the very like 2 seconds at the end, like Deus Ex Machina, they're like a JK.
Nah, never mind.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You know what? All of a sudden, we don't need no man.
It was inside us the whole time.
The ultimate challenge. Crossfire.
This is yours, isn't it?
Yes. That's all I asked for. Thank you. That's all I want.
I have a mic. I don't want to blow it out. Otherwise, I can. That kid is way too excited to win. Like if a kid did that in real life, you'd punch him in the face. Like, why are you so happy about it, man?
You're an asshole.
You gotta be a dick about it.
I mean, yeah, man. I mean, that's got to be the game that no one owned.
I was about to say, I didn't know a single kid who owned it. Everyone I knew wanted one. No one had one.
I don't know what this is.
It was just a sick commercial, I guess.
I think that's what most people remember it for. It was a board game. I guess.
Board game, yeah.
It was like this little like arena, and it had these like I don't know, these
little
weird little like
shooters
top things,
and you
like
shoot
you got
the
ball
balls.
bearings and you shoot
Oh,
them.
you know what? I think I do remember this.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if you saw the commercial, you'd probably be like, "Oh, that shit."
Yeah.
What year was this approximately?
Mid 90s
had to have been, yeah, like between
95, 96.
yeah.
This
it
is
was-
definitely the type of game that was invented before video games like were
Yeah.
really popular.
It was the commercial itself was just super goofy. It's set in like a apocalyptic future.
That's right. It's all like everything's on fire, and like there's like a ring of kids like on the outside, like there's some kind of cannibal cult just being like, we're gonna eat the loser, like, and like they're on these like floating tops, and like the one who loses like spins off into the distance, like he's
That poor
been, like,
kid.
condemned to crossfire hell.
It was invented in 1971 in the era of lawn darts, so maybe it did originally.
Oh, geez.
I'm sorry, it was invented in the 70s.
In the 70s, yeah.
I think you're making that up.
According to Wikipedia, which, can never be wrong.
Never.
Yeah.
It's insane. It feels so quintessentially 90s. You just feel like it's not.
Wait, setup is 2 minutes, playing time is 5 minutes, no random chance.
I feel like that's a lie too, because
It's got to be all random chance, right?
yeah, because
Yeah.
if you hit it, it's gonna go in one direction. You can't choose. I call that random.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a mathematician, but
I don't know. I feel like it's just like that game Mousetrap. Like you just put it together just to do it.
Yeah.
Like you don't really play.
or the grape one.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
I forgot what it was. Something grape or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like you made little grapes out of like Play-Doh that they gave you, and it was like the most insane like nihilistic torture machine because like instead of like the mouse trap, it was like, oh, your mouse is caught. I don't know. And this one was like, oh no, your grape got cut in half and like crushed and like all these awful things because it's made of dough. It's like your piece gets literally crushed or cut.
Okay, I just have to add this fun fact. The actor from that commercial is now a Shakespearean thespian. Went on to much better things.
Go him.
I hope he has that on his resume. Crossfire Kid.
God, me too.
I hope so.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what got him work, right?
Yeah. He
You're the
packed
kid
so
who's
much
like-
drama.
You know who I am.
Like prove it. He just goes, yeah. I'd recognize that fist pump anywhere.
This is our guy.
This kid's got it.
You must play Hamlet for me, please.
Oh man.
Okay. Okay, this is my example where there's a lot of people on a track, but it actually does work.
There comes a time
Sorry.
when we
I got so excited I choked on my spit there. Alright, so I'm going to, while the song plays a little bit, read off some notable people on this song. Quincy Jones, Lionel Richie, Stevie Wonder, Paul Simon, Kenny Rogers, James Ingram, Tina Turner, Billy Joel, Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, Dionne Warwick, Willie Nelson, Al Jarreau, Bruce Springsteen, Kenny Loggins, Steve Perry, Daryl Hall, Huey Lewis, Cyndi Lauper, Kim Carnes, Bob Dylan, Ray Charles, Dan Aykroyd, Harry Belafonte, Lindsey Buckingham, and a bunch, Sheila E., a bunch of other people. The Jackson 5 are in there too.
What the hell is Dan Aykroyd doing on this?
That was my
Wait, what?
exact thought. Maybe he was one of the Blues Brothers or
I
something.
mean,
I don't know.
yeah, like I was saying, like he does blues, but like this ain't blues.
I like trying to figure out whose voice is whose in this. Usually while I'm driving and I'm bored, but
They do sound a little samey.
Yeah.
yeah. You can hear the Jacksons there.
Yeah. There he is.
It's probably the only one of the only people we can pin out. Probably.
I would hope you could find Dan Aykroyd in there.
I hope. I don't know. Maybe they did an ensemble, and they're just like, you're a chorus.
That's true, yeah.
Like, we can't trust Dan Aykroyd to carry a tune. We'll just have a choir together, and we'll just let everyone hide behind that.
I can't imagine he's good enough to have a solo in it. I mean, when you have like Tina Turner and, Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give him a solo, and if I had those guys, I'm like, no.
Me either. Plus, there's like 105 people on this track already who would notice.
We'll
You
get you
guys-
on there for clout. It's fine.
Yeah.
You guys think Michael was like, damn well, I better get the most airtime?
His dad probably mandated it in the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
I guess he was still young then too. He was like, because
Was this before he split off on his own, or is this still?
well, the video it looked like it was around like when did Bad come out? Was that late 80s
80s?
or okay? So what was the next one? Thriller,
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
I'm not.
and that was 90s, I think. Thriller.
Was it?
I
Thriller, I
think.
thought was late
Early
70s,
90s?
early 80s.
Was it? What?
Am I mid? I don't
Someone's
know.
got to look this up now.
I don't know.
So when I was cutting and pasting facts for this, I didn't cut everything, so I just have a random sentence fragment that says Stevie Wonder, a middle-aged African-American man with his hair tied in a ponytail and absolutely no context. Okay, you need to know who Stevie Wonder is.
I like how that's the detail and not the fact that he's blind. Like you think you'd like, yeah, he's blind.
Yeah,
That's
or like an amazing pianist, or like
yeah,
some,
like any one of those other very much notable features. Other than like he's got hair
and is black.
and he's blind.
Willie's like, me too.
Look, all right, we all know that Stevie Wonder is not blind. Stop acting. Stop acting, Stevie. I know you're listening to this.
Okay, did anyone see that? Like the Disney Channel commercials where it's like, "Hi, I'm like so-and-so," and it's the Disney Channel. They had one for it's like, "I'm Stevie Wonder," and this is the Disney Channel signature is like absolute gibberish, and I felt so bad laughing at that.
Dun, 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 dun.
Like on the one hand, you feel bad, but on the other hand, why would you ask that of the blind guy to be like, "Oh, put your signature out there"?
He's so rich. He's like, "Who the hell cares?" I'll do
Hey,
it."
I'm getting paid. Cut the check.
The bass is really accentuated on this. Not a bad thing. I'll take claim on this one. So, when you invited me onto the show, I thought I have to bring at least one ska song on here. It's my mission. So this is my ska submission. It does come with a very interesting story, though. That does fit into everything. This is Keys Be Nights by Streetlight Manifesto. The interesting thing about the song Keys Be Nights is it was also sung by a ska band called Catch 22. Catch 22 released a album of the same name, Keys Be Nights, of this being the title track. The only album they ever released. 3 of the members of Catch-22 left, including the lead guitarist songwriter. They then made Streetlight Manifesto. So they're going on doing their own thing, like whatever, we're making their albums. Then years later, so I want to say Catch-22 album came out in like 97 or something of that nature. Well, the record company, because it was a hit, you know, the ska community, it was a hit. So like the 20th anniversary or something came out, and the record label was like, oh, we're gonna re-release Keys Be Nights. And so the lead singer, Streetlight Manifesto, was like, you're just gonna re-release it? That's it? Like, this is the same album. You didn't do anything to it. It's the same damn album. You're just putting fancy cover art. So they redid the entire album. Like, Streetlight Manifesto redid the entire album, and he's like, I'm gonna take this opportunity to fix stuff that I didn't like in the first one, make it better audio, and then we'll release it under our own shit so that no one's getting ripped off about buying the same album that they did back in the 90s. So like he got a redo out of it, which I thought was pretty cool, but that's the story. I am not a great storyteller, but there you go.
I feel like when you do something like that, it's like when your ex is like, no, baby, I've changed, I swear. But it's just the same album re-released.
Yeah. It's a very fun record label fuck you. Like you know, occasionally you get those stories. This is, I think, one of those fun ones where you're like, yeah.
A la Taylor Swift re-recording her albums.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, the same energy.
Yeah.
Ska's underrated too, I gotta say.
Yes, it is.
Is it still big? Like,
are you asking a ska fan?
Okay. Okay. No,
Look, as much as I want to sit here and be like, hey, yes, Ska's like, nah.
it's never dead. Yeah.
And as much as I want to sit around and be like, Ska's still alive, it's definitely, it's alive in the underground where
Right.
it will live probably in perpetuity.
Right,
Like, I don't
right.
think it'll get big again. Maybe.
I don't know. It's like super like Tony Hawk Pro Skater vibes, right? Like
Oh,
that.
Yeah, because there was a lot of crossover. Like the ska punk scene kind of has like there's a big Venn diagram crossover in those two genres, which is a genre I like to live. But
Yeah, no, it was for sure songs like this that got me roasted out of my socks back in high school.
yeah.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh.
You were there, weren't you?
Maybe.
Look at this nerd.
Yeah, trust me, I was getting my ass beat too in high school. Look at me.
You know what? If we could just go back in time and just start beating up people.
If
You
we
know.
could turn back.
It ain't pretty when you face a bad truck wreck. Greedy insurance companies play dirty. Bring it on. I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer.
Go at them with Jim Adler, the tough, smart lawyer that knows how to beat them at their own game.
I stand tough and carry a big, big hammer. I thought so.
Call now, 713-777-4000, or learn more.
¿Sabes lo que sí da miedo? Hay seguros que te transan haciéndote pensar que tu choque va en un camino. Aún estando seriamente
He's
lastimado.
probably about to say it again in Spanish.
Okay.
Cuentas médicas, salario perdido, reparaciones, ley por todo lo justo. Soy Jim Adler, el martillo tejano. Los enfrento firme y cargo un martillote. Gallinas.
Llama ya 713-777-4000.
Okay, so that was mine.
Oh my god!
Okay, so I'm from Texas, so these commercials were like a staple of my childhood. And Jim Adler has been doing like these commercials have been spanning for like, God, how old am I? Like at least 15 years. And now his son's a lawyer too, so like his son sometimes gets in the commercials. I just love these because first they're like very camp. Like this for being as like overtly masculine as it is, it's like hella camp. And then second, I chose it for the theme It Takes Two because he does these commercials in 2 languages to appeal to, like the Texas demographic, but also it cracks me up every time when he speaks Spanish. He's got like the white people accent already, but then also the Spanish, like the Texas accent. So like that doesn't go away when he speaks Spanish. And it's instead of like getting a translator or getting someone who's fluent, he's like, "Soy Jim Adler." And I just think that's kind of beautiful.
I didn't even realize that was a commercial for a lawyer. I thought it was like for a dirt bike company or something.
I just thought it was the opening to a song, and I was expecting the song to start at any point. I was like, this is just a legit commercial.
Wait, what kind of law does he practice?
Tough law.
Tough law.
Accidents. He does accidents. So like in the commercials, he like has a hammer and the car like is about to like hit him or something, and he's like, "Soy Jim Adler," and the car's like, "Oh no."
His drawl, if I can just play the start of that again.
It ain't pretty when you face a bad truck wreck.
Truck wreck. Oh man, that was.
This man is a staple of my childhood. I love him. He's a gem.
He does good work.
He does good work for the people.
That's amazing.
What's his retainer?
Oh man, was that him speaking Spanish?
Yeah, that's him speaking
thought
Spanish.
so.
Yeah,
Right.
in some of the commercials, like the later commercials, I don't know if like he got feedback or something, but they do have like someone coming in and like doing the Spanish parts.
Yeah.
But he still has to say, El Martillo Tejano.
I just imagine like Danny Trejo coming out in a cowboy hat and doing the Spanish part for him.
That would be amazing.
Please. Somebody get Danny Trejo's people on the phone.
He did Masked Singer. He'll probably do this too.
Oh gosh, he did?
He did. He was the raccoon. It was pretty bad.
I recently saw Danny Trejo in a commercial, and I forgot which one it was. It was like Rent-A-Center or something. I don't know.
What is that? Ridison?
Rent-A-Center?
Oh, Rent-A-Center. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I saw him in a Magic the Gathering commercial.
That's maybe.
Seriously?
That's a older one though, right?
No, that's recent.
More recent, yeah.
That's
that may have
recent.
been the one I saw then, huh?
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to remember what exactly it was. I think it was like their new like mobile app or something. And Danny Trejo and Patton Oswalt are this guy's roommates, and they're both obsessed with Magic the Gathering, and they're annoying this guy about it, and that's the whole commercial, and it's amazing. You gotta get Danny Trejo talking about tapping lands and attacking with monsters. I'm like, I didn't know I needed this.
Do you remember the old Magic the Gathering commercial? Because I feel like I can be old with you. Where it's like Bob from accounting or something like that, and he's all like, "Meet Bob from accounting," and then they sick like one of like the monsters.
Oh my gosh, that sounds vaguely familiar.
On
Yeah.
Bob, that was like 98, 99 maybe.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why that sticks with me. Weird.
Right there.
We are midway through, and I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. Got a few more songs here to go, but we like that sweet validation, as we state every month. So yeah, and anyone's that watching is online and you want to, I don't know, send us stuff. That address is 1710
Broadway, Sacramento, California.
See, that's why she's here. Willie Listen, care of Stab Comedy Theater.
I would just like to add to Stephen Langston, who's in the audience, looked up both links and sent them to Willie and I, so I will share them with the group once we are finished.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
tight.
you.
Do, 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 do.
I have to take back bringing the classiest song.
Angus. cigarette. Just kidding. It's the perfect time for the fan.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You're so many lovely faces out here tonight.
You have a good voice for this, Dustin.
Oh, thank you.
The lounge singer over here.
Lounge singer or strip club announcer?
I'm versatile.
Does it pay well? I'll do either.
Apparently not, according to my ex.
Oh, okay. Well. So you have to do it for the passion, is what you're saying right now.
Yes.
Like, here comes Diamond.
Yeah, this is mine. This is from, I can get classy. Get classy on you. It's from a video game, which probably revokes the classiness, but it's the sequel to one of my all-time favorite games, Parasite Eve.
Oh, okay.
Solid game, so great.
Good choice.
Great soundtrack. The sequel, wasn't really much like the first game as far as like the gameplay and the soundtrack. It wasn't as good, but yeah, it was still good. And of course, going along with the theme of 2, that was it was between that and a remix theme from the first game. But that theme from the first game was just a lot more like it didn't need to be remixed. But
Do you know who the musicians were on that track?
Tetsuya Nomura,
Cool.
I believe is who did that. Yeah, like I would like leave my PlayStation running overnight. Probably went through like 5 PlayStations that way.
With some real chill out vibes.
Oh yeah.
Just like yeah.
Well, what's perfect was because in the game it can get super tense. Because compared to the first game, they were kind of going for like a more Resident Evil vibe, and that particular moment is when you first encounter like one of like the mutated like these horses. And you're on like the Chrysler building in New York or some shit, and you're at this diner and it like mutates and you're freaking the fuck out and you're like, what the fuck? And then you kill it and then you're still tense and then that starts. And it's like, all right, I think we can rest.
Or can you?
Right. I was afraid.
I almost thought that was like one of the songs from like the Peanuts Christmas special for a second. Of course, now I can't remember the name of the jazz trio. That
Vince Guaraldi?
That's the one, yeah. Yeah.
That's some good music.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping we would talk about Vince Guaraldi a little bit longer while I got myself together here.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't gotten myself together.
I actually have that digitally on my phone. I don't know why. I was probably drunk when I bought it, but it's quite delightful to listen to all year round.
The whole Peanuts Christmas album?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's good. It's good stuff.
Because I usually hate Christmas music, but I will tolerate the Peanuts Christmas album.
Yeah. Well, that's because there's no real Christmas, it's become kind of a Christmas album because of the special, but the songs itself, I think there's hints of Oh Christmas Tree, and I think that's it. So you can play it whenever you want.
Have any of you guys checked out the new Peanut series on Apple TV?
No.
No.
That was a face of disgust right there.
Well, just for that, I'm gonna look at it this weekend so I can say I tried it.
I wonder, man. I don't know.
I was hoping you had some insight.
Right?
It's one of those things another subscription service. Okay.
I did get a free subscription to an Apple TV for a year. I could switch it on right now and we could
There you go.
Oh, wait, never mind.
Just pause the show. We'll check out.
We'll be right back.
So those of you who are my age in the 90s probably remember this. This is Vanessa Williams and Brian McKnight. It was Brian McKnight's breakout hit.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That guy can do no wrong. I love him to death.
I didn't know that.
I actually debated on Valentine's Day. He and Dave Koz had a live stream concert, and I just about debated paying for it, but then I didn't. It's like, how lonely am I exactly? I don't know.
I knew Vanessa Williams like sang, but I didn't know that she was that big of like an artist. Was she like huge or what?
She had a couple big songs. She had the Pocahontas song too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like The Colors of the Wind. I think that was her, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, did she re-record for the album, like for the soundtrack? Okay.
Yeah, like you know how every Disney album, there's like, you know,
There's
like
like
a
the
whole
pop
new
version.
world was, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
They get like Peebo Bryson or someone to
yeah.
like, yeah. So I think Peebo Bryson did like 5 of those songs.
Yeah.
Pocahontas. I did not know. I mean, and that's not even your fact, is it?
No.
No, jeez.
I did also bring a janky gift, but which I will go over at the end of the show.
The jankiest.
It's actually pretty cool now that I look at it. But anywho.
No, it is tight, man. See, this is what happens when you try to stall for time again.
Brian McKnight was on The Masked Dancer as a cricket.
This is why she's here.
I watch a lot of TV and stress craft.
That's a show I cannot get into. I don't know why. I have nothing to add to that. I just figured I'd add to the conversation by being extremely negative.
Drugs help.
Yes.
Oh wait, pause. We got to pause it real fast. Pause it real fast. Just because this is mine and I want to say something beforehand.
Ooh.
So when I was like, takes 2, like, I had to get a mashup of something.
Okay.
So this is my submission. It's a mashup submission, by Neil Ciceriga, who's on YouTube, who's the guy who's best known for doing the Harry Potter Puppet Pals videos, who decided he was going to get into music. And just really good stuff. It's really good. But this is one of his weirder submissions, but it's still, I mean, you'll see. You go ahead and continue.
No, we definitely got to talk about this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like Tron music or something. Like on the light cycle.
I would love to mosh to this.
Here we go, now one.
It's not, see, this is actually not bad in terms of like, that kind of goes.
Something's got to give. Something's got to give.
Oh, shit. I like the little.
Yeah, Neil does some really interesting stuff. Like, a lot of mashups, a lot of remixes of like existing songs. Like, he takes, like, for instance, like another one off the same album that he does is called Bustin', which is he takes the Ghostbusters theme song.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Yeah, and he just remixes it so it's like a completely different song. Like, it is insane how like you wouldn't know, you almost wouldn't know if it.
Well, but
except the intros with like Ghostbusters or whatever.
Yeah, but I think you can't mention Bustin' without emphasizing that the theme of the song becomes, it's about orgasming. It's about ejaculating now. He just takes the one Ray Parker Jr. line where he's like, "Bustin' makes me feel good," and just like bustin'.
I like that there are multiple references to like an invisible man.
Yeah,
in your bed.
an invisible man. Freaky ghost bed. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, he's also got one. He's got one on there that I debated bringing, but it gets more annoying than anything else. Called The Starting Line, which he takes, I don't know, like 8 songs, and the whole song is he takes the first line of all these songs, and that's the song, and it's just they repeat. It's not like, oh, this first line. It's like they start to layer on each other, and it just, like, after a while becomes nothing but noise, and I'm like, I don't like this. Like, I don't want to be listening to this right now. Like, it tenses you up. It's like, no, I can't do that.
Well, I wonder because after I had snagged that song and it played, it went to the next song of his, and I wasn't paying attention because I had my buds in, and then all of a sudden, Yahoo! And I'm like, Yahoo!
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, it's like an ad. I'm like, is Yahoo back? And then it just keeps going. And
Yeah.
I listened to it
It's weird shit.
the entire way through. I couldn't.
He's got another one entirely made of grunts. It's called Annoyed Grunts, and it's got the oh my gosh, the Tim Allen yeah. Yeah, it's like that. So it's like it's the Home Improvement. That's the word. It's like Home Improvement theme. It's got Tim Allen's grunts. It's got like grunts from like a bunch of like heavy metal music. So it's just like it's like the entire song.
Oh, that is hilarious. I told you to shut up.
Okay, speaking of bodies, that song, does that remind anyone else of the period when Parker Newman had a ton of dead baby jokes, or is it just me?
That's right.
I mean, everything these days reminds you of those. So
Maybe he still does. I don't know. I'm not really around a lot anymore.
Oh man.
oh, one last thing about Neil before we move on.
Oh please.
He also does a remixed version of oh my gosh, of course now I can't remember it.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
I just had to bring it up a second time. Fly away. I wanna fly away. No. Trying to no.
Is it Sugar Ray?
Lenny
No.
Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz. Okay.
Lenny Kravitz.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, yeah.
I want to get up.
That's
Okay.
the one. Yeah, he does a remix version of that. That's very good. It's very silly, and it's all like somebody doing a lyrics video in like Windows Paint. Like it's got that style. It's very good. Just trust me on this one. My presentation was awful. But trust me on it.
How'd you find out about this guy?
I spent too much time online.
Okay. This guy is from the internet then. I
Yes.
see.
Yeah. Like I said, his claim to fame is the Harry Potter Puppet Pal videos.
Yeah.
So like, if you watch those at any point, you'll see the other stuff he's created. So it just kind of becomes a bit of a rabbit hole. Like, oh shit, this guy's done a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
And
I
when
like
you're
that
bored,
stuff. No, I like that. I like I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with like Aphex Twin or like Boards of Canada, like those guys where it's like just sounds, and they're like mashing them up, and it may not seem like it at first, but like down the line you're all like shit, that was cool.
I like that. I like that stuff. Like
Yeah,
we get
yeah.
real creative with that kind of like.
It shouldn't surprise me that a guy with a show about Craigslist has been to some dank places in the internet.
The back alleys.
Yeah. It should not surprise you. Like, I'm on the internet all the time. Too much.
I've been there, my friend.
Yep.
Say, can you hear? Is there a reason to grieve? Whether it's pain, your secret, as if sacrifice wasn't meaningful and until your trial and error.
It's a band called Men I Trust.
This feels very like coffee shop music-ish.
Yeah,
I like this.
definitely. I about like a month and a half ago, I Shazammed something. I think while I was driving, and I went back to go check it later, and this band popped up, and I didn't think twice of it, but that night I ended up doing 2 tabs of acid. And
Is this our Takes Two link right here?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All it took was 2 tabs, man. And I fucking I was in the zone, and I had managed to pull these guys out because I went to go check my Shazam for the for the song that I had gotten earlier, and from there it led me to Suggested, and then I pulled these guys up, and it was like I went through that entire album. Like my shit got fucking turned upside down on his head. I was like, freaking out, man. But I mean, like the entire album, like not many albums within like the past like 10 years I could listen the whole way through, and this was that one. I think I texted you. I was like spazzing the fuck out. I was all like, hey, Men I Trust, Acid. You gotta listen to him.
Yeah, and then I got your message when I woke up for work at 4:30, and I was just like, cool story, bro.
My entire life was changed. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Is this a regular occurrence, I guess? Or just like, oh, another midnight text from Willie?
It wasn't the first, nor will it be the last.
Let me see. Oh, I woke up to a text. It's probably drugs. It's drugs.
Hey man, it takes two. Share that acid with me.
The next show, we shall all be on acid. No, please don't.
Hey.
No one will talk. We're too busy going like.
Yeah. Boomsh, 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 boomsh.
Am I sinking into the floor? Am I sinking into the floor?
Freaking out, man. Yo, man.
It'd be a weird show to do DMT beforehand. Oh my god.
Jeez, I don't know if I could. I don't know. I'd try it though. That'd be fun.
I kind of want to, with someone I trust.
I'm too out of. I'm not cool enough to know what that is. So.
DMT.
Yeah.
So can I take a second just to explain DMT? Do we have a show after us, Jesse? Okay, cool. Am I like, let me get a whiteboard? No. So it's a chemical that essentially gives you a very short-lived acid trip. They think it's what actually causes dreams in your brain. It's naturally present in small amounts in your brain. A common hallucination people share is seeing machine elves who are like, oh my god, we're so glad you're here. Like, I don't know what they sound like. Apparently, they... Hey, Mickey.
You found the real Magic Kingdom.
So yeah, that's DMT. You have to smoke it, and so I'm gonna steal a joke of Miles Weber's real quick. He says, so you have to smoke it through a crack pipe, and so you go to a smoke shop, but you can't ask for a crack pipe. So it's like the most fucked up game of like charades or like Simon Says, where it's like, no, I want something that looks like a pipe or pot, but it's glass. It's like, you know that you might smoke something else out of it. And eventually they'll pull out like a magical box from under like the whatever thing, and it'll be like full of crack pipes. So there you go.
Be specific.
Yeah.
And the heavens open.
Fucking DMT, dude. What's the one that you like drink from like a bowl?
That's called Punch.
Punch? That's the one.
Yeah, it was is it like peyote type?
Yeah.
I kind of want ayahuasca or something like that.
Yeah. Those weird names for those groovy drinks.
It's about to be like kombucha, but like
fuck that shit. Kombucha.
Sorry, and that's your call. I was just fucked up on kombucha.
Okay, has anyone tried kava? I tried to take it to calm down. I had to run around the block. It like gave me palpitations and the heebie-jeebies. I was not calm afterwards.
I feel like somebody misled you on the effects of that substance.
Yeah. Maybe that's what crack feels like. Who knows?
Yeah, I guess mine, like my bash was broken because it was from a friend that works, and I don't know, it looked like just brown water, but it didn't taste like anything. It didn't do anything to me. I don't know, maybe she didn't think that I could handle the real shit.
It's just coffee grounds.
Yeah. he doesn't know.
It's fine.
It's also kind of anxiety inducing because it makes your tongue tingle. So I was like, oh shit, am I having an anaphylactic reaction?
Oh no.
Yeah.
It tastes funny.
Was that in Davis that you tried that?
No, it was actually in Rancho Cordova a couple years
Okay.
ago. Yeah,
I was
when
amazing.
Caleb Duffy had a show out there. Yeah, I went and I tried it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If should stay,
This was a bomb soundtrack.
Yeah.
I would only be in your way. So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you.
So this one's my pick.
The way
I picked this one. I don't even want to talk over her.
and love you.
Voice of an Angel.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
No, you.
So I picked this one to go into the theme because this was Dolly Parton's song first, and then Whitney re-recorded it in '92, and Dolly, full-heartedly endorsed this cover, and it kind of became her signature song. And we would not have had the Whitney classic that this is without Dolly. And so it really did take both of them working together to put that into the world. I also wanted to read Stuart Mason of AllMusic found Houston's version repulsively overwrought, so boomingly bombastic and gluttonous with self-approbation that the tenderness of Dolly Parton's song is lost in the mire, which I think is racism.
I was going to say, also, I'm a racist asshole.
FYI.
Whoa, damn, dude.
Need some reparations for that review.
Yeah, holy shit.
That is great. That was the Bodyguard, correct?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not mistaken. Okay.
Kevin Costner actually suggested a Dolly Parton song for Whitney to cover
Oh,
for the
shit.
movie.
So we have Kevin Costner to thank for that.
Yes, also Kevin
Also.
Costner. It takes 3. And I love how like half the soundtrack to The Bodyguard is just Whitney Houston songs. She was like, I got this, guys.
What else do you need?
Yeah, like
Have you guys heard the story of how Dolly Parton is actually just like an elderly Southern lady who's a brunette, and she'll dress normally without makeup and without her wig to go out with her husband, and no one knows it's Dolly Parton.
Yeah,
No,
I have heard that. She's a treasure.
She is.
She's such a treasure.
Yeah. God bless Dolly.
Yeah.
And Whitney.
yeah. Oh, I got high at the depot the other day.
Enough said.
And they were playing actually I think it was I Will Always Love You. There was a Whitney music video displayed, and I remember just kind of like my high brain looking up and thinking, one day Whitney will die, but she was already dead.
That would suck when that happened.
Yeah, God, can you imagine how it would feel?
Poor zombie Whitney. She died
How long ago now?
Oh
was it
man,
6 years, 7 years,
it's
something
it's
like
been
that?
a little while. Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, that was a rough one. I think we're all still of an age where we haven't lost too many of our pop culture staples. Maybe give it another decade or two, and all our faves will start dying. But
Ugh.
yeah,
Enjoy them while we can.
That or they
man.
get sober. Ugh.
Don't disappoint me, stars. Man. And with that said, Jesse's over here sweating. We're done. We're done. We love you,
Wait,
Jesse.
can I give-
Bye.
Yes, you can.
Can I give the janky prize
Yes, you
away
can.
real quick?
Give the jankiness.
Okay, so I bought a Bob Ross bobblehead with 10 different things it says and 20 different Bob Ross painting replications in it. So Brian, here you go. Let me toss it over.
Oh, yeah.
Come up.
Nice.
Yes. And before we get out of here, man, let's say bye to our guest. Thank you, Ashley Monique. and Dustin White for hanging out. You guys got anything going on that you want to plug real quick before we get out of here?
No.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't think so. Well, actually, Dustin, why don't you go first? I'm
All
gonna
right,
check my phone.
I'll go. I was on Xanax yesterday, and I just I was like, I don't have one. I guess I should do one. No, I have a show once a month here, but also every other week on the podcast sphere called Dregs of Craig's, where we, as previously hinted at, we go on Craigslist and find just weird, sad shit and and make you hear it. That's what it is. It's funny. It's funnier than I described it, I promise.
It really
that
is.
sounds excellent, actually.
And I'll go ahead and plug because there's some shows I have that I don't know when they're gonna be. So just follow me on Instagram. It's at TrashlyMonique, and I'll post my stuff there.
Awesome, man. And what you got for us, Nicole, before we get out of here?
I'm gonna be at Husick's Tap House in Clarksburg Sunday,
Nice.
6:30. Sorry, it's my birthday and I have 5 days off, so I'm like really out of it. Anyway, Husick's Tap House, Clarksburg, Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Be there.
You heard the woman. And guys, with that said, it's another Willie Listen in the books. We're trying to stay consistent. Thank you so much.
But if you just believe, there's nowhere we can fall.
Oh, dang.
Well, that's a wonderful way to go out. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, Nicole. Thanks for that. That's true. That didn't go out to all of you guys. We just heard that in here. That's it for Willie Listen. Thank you one more time. Ashley, Dustin, Willie, Nicole. And that's it for us for the evening. Check us out tomorrow. We will be back here. Scene Kids was going to be outside. It's going to be 112 degrees outside tomorrow. Fuck a bunch of that noise. We're going to bring it. We're going to bring it in here. So it'll only be about 85 or 90. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine, guys. Check it out. Scene Kids tomorrow. Check out the full calendar of events at stabcomedytheater.com. Or if you're on Twitch, which almost all of you are, just scroll down. The upcoming week's events are right below you. Let's see where we can send the rest of the Twitch audience. I think we'll send you guys over to our good friend Honcho. Oh, thank you, Lady Bast. Thanks for following on the way out. Anybody else that hasn't already followed, you know, we stream live improv, stand-up, sketch, podcasts, and gaming streams 7 days a week. Maybe you want to see those. You'll know when we go live the second we go live if you follow. All right, let's get this raid going. Hold on, everybody. We will see you tomorrow for Scene Kids. In the meantime, hold on for the raid. Talk to you guys tomorrow.